That sheep was pushing me around. You don't push me around, boy. Not on my watch. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Building with BdoubleO. We've got the style of a church. Thank you, Nixole. He sent me some information. He said, go check out Stavrik. Stavrik? Put that full thing in there, and then it like spelled like the way that they spell it, and you get a whole bunch of images. Very, very good. Very, very, very great. Thank you. So there she is, pretty much all detailed out for the most part, but we don't call this project done yet. It's certainly impressive. You walk up on this area, and, ooh, I just blew a bunch of air into my mouse where my sprint button is. I put my sprint button on my mouse. I have a little spot where my thumb rests, and I put my sprint button there. Just makes it a whole lot easier for running. You don't have to double tap, or you don't have to hit anything on your keyboard. Just right there. My thumb's just right there anyway, so just press it. But it's definitely impressive walking into this area, isn't it? But we aren't stopping here. Now we make love to it. Now it's time to really put a whole bunch of TLC into this bad boy. As you can see, I kind of put the same design of from here over to there, and I think it works out perfect for symmetry and all that stuff. This is a building that can definitely benefit from having symmetry, and I think that does the trick for sure. Now, though, we're going to take it even a step further. Today, we're going to detail this thing out much more. We're also going to talk some texture pack fun. Whether we implement some of this stuff or not is remains to be seen. We will see. But check this out. Look at this. Look at this right here. This has got me thinking. I just found a loophole. A huge loophole. This right here is a birch boat, ladies and gentlemen. This is a birch boat. This is obviously an oak boat. That's obviously a dark oak boat. This is an acacia. That's a spruce. And that's a jungle wood. And that is all obvious. But this is not so obvious. This is a birch boat. And guess what? This texture color is amazing. This is an amazing color for birch. Isn't it? Do we have any? We sure do. Let's place one down. Look at the difference. Look at the difference in these two blocks. This is birch wood. This is a birch wood boat. Ooh-ta-ta! Let's grab some jungle. Let's grab, I don't know, regular. Let's grab some spruce, okay? Let's go next to the jungle. Exact same texture, right? Spruce, exact same texture. It almost disguises it and hides it. I'm sure the same would be for oak. You know, that's pretty close as we modified that color just a little bit. And then, whoops. And then, boom, oak. But birch is way different. This color I cannot use. Not with what I'm doing. This color I can. I can use this. We all can use this. Everybody avoids birch like the plague for the most part. Because, why? Why do they avoid it like the plague? Because it's freaking garbage. Unless it looked like this, which is a great color. I mean, I could use the mess out of that color. Couldn't you? I think we might do something with that. I'm very excited. When I was just walking past here, because I wanted to get a faraway view of this, it hit me, and I realized it. Now, there's, you know, the bottoms of the boats are a little different texture, just to show some algae and stuff, which is a great, an unbelievable, the model is outstanding. And you know what? I think the Pocket Edition guys made these models, believe it or not. I think the Pocket Edition guys are different modelers than they are in vanilla, and I think they might have a one-up on them. I ain't trying to cause any trouble, but they might. I mean, look at It's an unbelievable model. I love it. They did a great job. So we might make a little change. I could use the mess out of that. Imagine how well that would blend with something like this. Problem, though. Problem. Here's where our problem comes in. Escher. We've used so much birch over in Escher, and that could bring us a nightmare. And I know a lot of you built along with me over there. So if I make that change, I'll definitely be checking it out and making sure everything is okay. But like I said, today we're going to make a take another stage. We're going to go another level of detail on this thing and try to get that exterior completed. Boy, there were two structures just like that right next to each other. Interesting. We're going to get the last stage of this exterior building completed today. And I think we're going to end up, hopefully, with something that will really be impressive. One of those things to where when people see it, they'll go, wow. Whoops. They won't just say, interesting. They'll go, wow. Wow. So if you're building this along with me, I hope that you... Oh, I could have just used that block right there. Because that doesn't need to be there. And pop up. Got you, boy. Yeah. So BdoubleO's going to get to work. I'm going to get to work detailing. But I guess before I do, let's do a little detailing together. Let's throw down some of these concepts and ideas that I was thinking about trying. Okay? First of all... I got some of this going in here. Yeah, that's fine. That's certainly enough. Let's just call that good and let's start cooking that up. Thank you very much. All right. My sprint is working a lot nicer. That feels good. Okay, so first off, what I'm thinking, obviously we're going to do windows at some point in here, but I was thinking about adding some detail like this maybe in some corners possibly. And maybe something like this. Possibly. We'll see. We'll see. We'll just throw some things down and kind of step back and take a look at it and see if it does anything to our eyeballs. Do we like it? Do we hate it? Things like that to just kind of dress up the bottom of this building. Helps the transition from the building to the ground is what this does. Put one there, one there. I think I had, actually, I had a log like that, maybe. Boom, 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 boom. Things like that. I'm thinking about trying that a little bit. Maybe. Yes, I did have a log right there, I think. Okay. How does that look from a distance? This is going to be too low to be able to tell. That's pretty cool. It's not bad. We might be better off, honestly. We might be better off using the actual blocks that we're using in here. And by that I mean spruce and oak. It might make it feel a little more real. Let's try it real quick, shall we? Boom, ba-doom. Get my workbench. Trusty. Old trusty. Spruce. Just get all of that and get some of these bad boys going. Some more, please. Thank you. And why not make a couple of these and then we'll get these on the bar. Very good. Okay, let's try doing some detail like that. So, boom, 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 boom. Yes. That's pretty. Oh, it's already feeling pretty nice to me. I kind of like that. Boom, boom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's just step back and take a look at that. We don't have to wrap all the way around, do the other side just yet. Oh, that is pretty nice. That does add some shape to the whole situation, doesn't it? It adds shape and depth without getting too over-ambitious. Okay, that's a good start. And you can do things with this. This is the start of something that you could potentially work with. We could also go, you know, like that, but that kind of takes away some of the depth of these stairs, in my opinion. So I don't know. We could even go like that. Pop a little window right there. On the building that I've been looking at, this whole top row is all windows. But I don't think that's going to translate well in Minecraft. I don't think that's going to come out great for us. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. Yeah, that could be a cool look, I think. Could even go like that. Around these corners, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Go like this to add some depth to this entryway here. Possibly. Workbench me, please, again. Thank you. And got you. Very good. Boom. That might be better off being this block here. Yeah, actually, yes. That will. Because we're talking about it. And you know, this is the pillars right here. We're doing an entryway, so it's a little more important. So I think if we did this, this, and that could give us kind of a cool look. Oop, fall down, B-dubs. Oh yeah, that's a nice look right there. Oh, sprint is not working. Sprint is not working. I need to take this mouse apart, I think. Yeah, I like that entrance. Now this is subtle. You know, it's not a huge difference from what we were just doing. But there's going to be detail put into the roofs and some other places. So it's definitely going to make a big transition from this point today. So this episode's you're going to see this building transform quite a bit. So I'll get to work on that, okay? I'm going to try out some ideas and concepts. If I have any ideas that are cool and fun to explain, I will explain them to you. Oh, that really is a fantastic texture. We're going to mess with that. We're going to mess with that after this quick little segment here where we talk about the church. Uh-huh. What you think, baby? It's not bad. Obviously, the windows add a whole lot of detail, but there's a lot more than it to just that. Okay, we got the windows in. And believe it or not, it's a lot more time-consuming than you would think. With all these different levels and stuff, it's a lot of pillaring and it's a lot of climbing and stuff. But this really does take this bad boy to the next level. The windows. Windows are kind of an easy way to add detail. Some would say almost a cheaty way to add detail. But I think it works out really well here because we've got a lot of detail in other areas. So you don't want to way overdo it. I think it worked out well. We also added some crosses to the top. I don't know if that, that doesn't really fit in 100% with the real theme. I don't think. I feel like I saw crosses on some of the images, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I saw dragons. I'm not sure. But either way, it helps add a lot to it. Now, let me talk to you about some points of interest here. Obviously, on the bottom, I built this bottom out a little bit, and this is how I did it. One regular stair and then a stair facing this way gives you this shape, which kind of frames this window right here. Even though this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until the post there, you can do this, and this kind of framed it, which is perfect. That worked out well for that spot. And same thing here. Over here, we kind of, oops, I forgot to change these bad boys out. How did I forget that? Out of all this building I've done, I must have just never come back to that somehow. I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Crazy for feeling so lonely. Sorry. That's an oldie but a goodie. One window there. That gets windows on 3 sides. I think that makes this look really, really cool. But one of the more interesting points on this is the second to top tier here. Right there. Let's take a better look. Let's get up above this. Somebody just died down there. Poor sucker fool. So what do we have here? We have this area. I ended up moving the windows all the way up against the posts on the corner. And then that left me this nice space where I could put a stair here, and then just blocks across the top. Same thing on the bottom. And you get kind of a circle, kind of a diamond. Behind that, a full row of full block glass, these boys. And then I just threw wooden fences over the top of it. And that's when I started going around with the cross shapes with the fences. So I think that worked out pretty well. I also did try to do some interesting things, like the roof comes up here. The roof is a little bit on the massive side, and it takes everything in my power not to like dig into this and like change it up and stuff. But I think it's important not to get too crazy with it, because that's kind of the thing with this building. Lots of steep roofs. I also, up here where this roof meets this, I built this up one block. I wonder if it's visible. Yeah, this was stairs all the way across here, but then right here I turned it into full blocks and then put stairs up here just to kind of force a little bit of a transition there, add kind of like some flashing almost is what it would be called, to help that out. So that's kind of all I did. Part of me wants to go in. I did kind of shape this a little bit on the corners. I brought the roof down to add just a little bit of subtle detail. These subtle things add more than you think they would. So I think we're at a really good point with this church. I think it's at a point actually now to where let's not mess with it anymore on the exterior. I think we've got a good thing going. I added 2 tall windows right there. And those are the only places that there are 2 tall windows. Also, though, I should mention, there are trapdoors all over the place. Trapdoors facing kind of out here, so you could pull them in and close the shutter there. But the rest of the trapdoors are just like this. They're just above the window. And I'm feeling like I might go around and close some of them. Not all of them, but some of them from time to time, just to make it look a little more interesting, a little more lived in. I think that would be kind of a nice little touch. Obviously, fences do a great job of adding detail all over the place, using them mainly underneath the roofs here and there. And when it came out symmetrically, that's where I place them. I think it worked out really, really well. So I love this building. I was nervous about this structure at the start. I honestly felt like I wasn't going to be able to complete it or do it any justice, but we did. We ended up doing it. I believe there's a stair that's supposed to go there, isn't there? Show there is. Okay, good. So I think we did it some justice. I think it's not bad. Let's see. Yes, I do have iron on me. Fantastic. Okay, so we have a decision to make now. No spawns in here. Wonderful. Okay, as far as I can see anyway. Oh, I forgot to put the logs in there. So we need to decide on a floor in this church now. So yeah, I'll work on the interior and stuff later. This interior can be really, really interesting. Some really cool framework and stuff can go in here. I'm thinking iron doors. So for right now, just to get this thing worked out, give me that back. Don't need that. That was just a placeholder at the time. To get this thing kind of worked out 100% from the outside, let's get a crafting bench down and let's craft out 3 iron doors. Aha. Thank you. And very good. Very good. There's not a lot of detail here. So maybe we will benefit from having a stair here. Turning that into snow. Go sprint. Sprint, please. Oh, man. I gotta take this mouse apart. It's starting to drive B-dubs crazy. Alright, gimme. Thank you. Very much. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's not working at all. Okay, there it jumped into place. Alright. Get this. Boom, boom. And boom. Very good. And then we can get that going right there. Very good. Okay. We'll replace this bad boy with some snow. Good. And I hear a spider. That's scary. It means nighttime is here or around the corner. Almost here. Where you at, spider? Oh, he's under this, isn't he? Dang it! Okay, yeah. Iron door does the trick on this building. It's a church, for goodness sakes. Why not, right? Run! There we go. Okay. So, there she blows. I need to kind of decide on the flooring now and what to do with that. And I think we won't have too much trouble with it. I think that'll be something we can come up with no problem. But now I'm going to dive into the Photoshops. Since we talked about, it's not really relative to what we're doing right now. It could help us with our floor situation, possibly. Especially since this is when we first discovered this idea. But I'm going to run some tests. Don't get your hopes up. This could be bad. Might not work. But let's try messing with the birch plank a little bit. Okay. Whoops. Microphone's way high in the sky. Whoopsie. Hi. How are you? Okay. Now I'm here. Sorry. But sometimes I start recording and my microphone's high in the sky. This took hours and hours and hours because I was trying to match up these textures, and I'm not great at Photoshop, and I had a time and a half getting these textures, the boat texture matched up with this plank texture. And now that it's all kind of said and done, I almost feel like it's just, we should have left well enough alone, possibly. I hope this isn't the case, but we'll see. Let's start throwing some blocks down and just see. It's not bad, you know. It's not terrible. For some reason, at some point, I opted. There is a little line in this plank that I removed. And I don't know why I did that, but I did it for some reason. I probably sound exhausted because I've just been buried in this computer and awfully frustrated getting this texture just right. But I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's great. Even still, I mean, this is certainly better than your normal birch, right? It's not bad. It could definitely work and definitely be used more often, I would say. But and this matches the boat texture, which is my goal. That's what I kind of wanted to do, and I think we accomplished that. But I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it's gonna work. Whoops. Oh, geezer. What am I trying to do here? That's what I'm trying to do. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, it still does that thing where it's a super hard contrast between the two. So, I don't love it. And, I mean, it's better. It's certainly better. I mean, let's look at this building in no resource pack, shall we? Let's take a look at that. Yeah, not great. This is the little line I was talking about that I might add back in. These just have it very subtly. It's definitely more visible on birch. But maybe I'll add that back in. I'm not sure. But anyway, there it is in vanilla, normal vanilla texture pack. This is actually a great example to show that what I'm building, the stuff that I'm building, and the goal that I'm trying to achieve here is that stuff can still look good in vanilla texture pack using the texture pack that I have, right? All this stuff still makes sense. It's still good. Right? Use your imagination. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, there is the vanilla. It was super hard contrast right there between those two. But I don't know. We'll just think on it, I guess. We'll spend some time thinking about it. I also need to head back to Escher to take a look at how that looks. I think it's not going to be very great, but let's go check it. Okay, we are back. It's been a little while, hasn't it? It's been a little while. I don't think I had the clouds on when I was here before. That thing is right up in the clouds. That's probably why, because you could hardly see the top of the pyramid with the clouds. I don't think this is going to work. I don't think this is going to look good, but let's just take a peek and see. There's no birch in that building. Okay. There's some birch in that building. I mean, that's not terrible. It's actually not terrible. Kind of adds a little more texture and depth to it. A little bit. Like, if I was just to walk through this place, it wouldn't be jarring to me, that's for certain. It's not terrible. Huh. I'm actually delightfully surprised. Oh, fantastic. Okay, there it rendered in. Yeah, it's not bad. It's just another layer of color. Basically, I don't want to have to redo this whole thing, and I don't want you guys to have to redo all your desert builds if you followed along with Escher. I don't know. I don't think it's terrible, to be honest with you. It's almost a nice change. Interesting, I say. Interesting indeed. What do you all think? What do you guys think? Let me craft a boat so you can see how close we are in comparison. Oh, never mind. Oh, let me just grab some on it. Well, should I do that? I don't think I should do that. Do I have any birch in here? I probably do. Well, basically, just so you know, it's almost the exact same texture. It's very, very close. Any birch in here? Nah. Okay. That's okay. We'll just leave it. We just need one. Really? Right? Yeah, we just need one. That's okay. We'll do it. And I can repair that, no problem. Boom, there's the boat. I should have brought that one with me, but here you go. This is the perfect place to put it. There you go. So you can see the textures are very, very similar. On the boat, this line is a lot darker, but in the texture, if you have it that dark, it's a really, really tough contrast to handle. The inside of the boat, you have to think about the inside versus the outside. The inside is definitely darker, much darker. The outside's a little bit lighter. It definitely matches the outside texture. It's very, very close. So anyway, we kind of accomplished that mission, kind of. Whether it's a successful mission, we'll see. I'm very anxious to hear your feedback on that. What do you think? Does it look good? I mean, if it works here, then we'll definitely make that change, because I think this block is much more usable than what did we have before? Let's go to what we had before, which was this. And obviously here in the desert, it's going to look fantastic. Well, actually, you know what? Well, that's the other option, and that doesn't blend flawlessly either. I think we might have something good, possibly. Okay, y'all let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? We made a big move today. Is that a good move or is that a bad move?